It's good. It's good, people. Look at the lights. So what up? Who we got in the building today? We got Greg Brown. We got Eric. We got Justin. What up, bro? Good. Let's get the likes up, man. I just shouted out 3 people, only got 2 likes. Come on, that's criminal right there. Roadblock News, what up? 4 people in here, we got 3 likes. Come on, that's one of y'all ain't do it. One of y'all ain't do it. Let's go. Lake Show, what up? About to start in 30 seconds. We're about to get busy. So we talk about NBA playoffs. Denver Nuggets, they pulled it out last night. Blew the Clippers out. I was so happy, man. That's one team on the Celtics for me to be able to kick back and relax. You know what I'm saying? Make kick back and relax. The Celtics is out of here. So I just need my hometown team to get busy on Celtics. My hometown team come through for me, man. I'd be really appreciate that, man. Get rid of the Celtics. Justin said, "Let's go Warriors." He said, "What you mean about the Lakers losing Luka?" I'm definitely gonna get into that. I want more people because I don't want to repeat myself. Just stick around. It's not gonna be long because I don't think this live gonna be super long. But I definitely will get into that. And this is some stuff here the Lakers definitely need to pay attention to, for sure. Let's get the likes up. He said, "That's okay." Okay. Yeah. So Warriors beat the Nuggets. James Harden right on time. Didn't show up. James Harden didn't show up when they need him, and that's the thing. He didn't show up when they need him, and that's a problem. That is why I said it kills. That's why I said I couldn't be in a negotiating room. Like that will factor into your contract. I'm like, bro, what did the ultimate goal? First, this is what I would do. I would ask him. I would ask James Harden or any guy I feel who, especially guys like James Harden and Paul George, who has a history of Paul George has a history of like getting injured and not playing well. Outside of his Indiana days, he hasn't been playing well in the playoffs. I get into how I feel about the Lakers trading Austin Reeves. Uh, but my thing is this. This is my thing. Um, I will go in a negotiating room like this. First, I'll be like, "What is your expectation outside of the money? Falls on the basketball court. What's your expectation?" I would say this to some players, and they're gonna say the ultimate goal. They all gonna say win a championship. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now after I get past that and we get into like some small talk, whatever, and then you say, okay, you want max money. So say you want max money. Why do you feel you deserve max money? Because whatever their reasoning be, I'd be like, but you don't deliver in big games. You don't really deliver in the playoffs. So I'm basically playing you for the regular season. That's all you paying them for. You don't never step up. You're not really a leader throughout the regular season, and you don't step up. That's what bothers me with these guys. They get this money, and it's crazy. He said Reeves had 2 bad playoff series Same as D'Lo, he got the GOAT. I definitely want to get to that. D'Lo got destroyed and Reeves didn't. They both was third options and Reeves didn't. See, that's the bull crap I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, like I said, it's different in the regular season. In the regular season, number one, people don't play as hard defense. Two, a lot of stuff that they just not gonna give you. That just say calls. Like a lot of them calls he was getting, they just not gonna give it to him. Like them cheap little calls he gets in the regular season, you're not getting that. So he had to change his style up. Cause I'm pretty sure they tell you that, like, yo, you're not going to get them type of calls in the playoffs. The refereeing is different. He said, mad at himself and Austin Reeves is trash. Then I saw people start saying he better than Tyrese Halliburton. It just is a lot of things. I'm like, no, you fail to realize going through the season and you watch him play, nobody, the NBA players don't take him serious like that. I seen it. Like, I'm like, I see how he defend some guys that didn't defend him either. Times when, like one time when they played Portland, I think he had 30. And I think Braun didn't play. Braun or I don't even know if Luka was on the team then. I think he had 30. He was getting like wide open looks. The way they was playing him, it was like they didn't really respect the guy. So that in the real game, when they tell you and your coach tell you, no, listen, this shit gotta stop, it's a difference. He said, good play. I think we need more two ways. Yeah, guys like Reeves is very replaceable. See, that's the thing. That's why when the Lakers sit there and say stuff like, oh, and this is why I think it went to his head. Oh, we're not trading him for this and that. Like, he's a guy that can get moved. He's a guy that can get moved. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that could get moved, man. You know, there's nothing special about him. You know what I mean? It's nothing special about Austin Reeves. He could get moved, and the Lakers tried to make him out like he's some like as far as winning, he don't have no impact on winning. You need guys like, and I think it's you. Let me tell you the bad part about the Lakers. The Lakers got players, and the way how the Lakers destroy their players, Gabe Vincent don't have no trade value, right? That's just what the Lakers trade value. Gabe Vincent has no trade value. Finney Smith don't have no trade value. And just think like this. They was asking for just think like this. They was asking for 2 first-round picks for Finney Smith. Then it went down to 1, but they got a guy in D'Lo that's better than Finney Smith. So they traded him. They got a guy that's better, and I think the Lakers gave him a second-round pick. Did the Lakers give Brooklyn a second-round pick? I'm more sure than not sure they did. I could be wrong, but you get a guy in D'Lo who's better than Finney Smith. So they traded him, and they got a better player. But now the Lakers not gonna be able to do that. The Lakers not gonna be able to trade him and get a better player. Not, I mean, on a straight up basis. So now, like Finney Smith trade value is down. Vanderbilt trade value down. Gabe Vincent trade value down, and I think Dalton Connect trade value is suspect. If Dalton connects on another team, they'd be asked for a first round pick for him. The Lakers can't get a first round pick for Dalton Connect unless it's a team like OKC who got a bunch of picks, and let's say if OKC lose, they like, oh no, we need a sniper, and they just fuck it, we can do it. We give him the pick we traded with Cleveland or some shit. You know what I mean? Where it's going to be a high draft pick. He said Tibbs got to play Robinson more minutes. He do. You got to play him a little bit more minutes. I say about 5 more minutes. I agree. At least about 5 more minutes. He said Rui the best on the team. Now, Rui trade value is tricky because it's not going to be crazy, but I think he'd draw some interest. That Finney Smith may opt out. How dry the market is. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. OKC is in prime position, and um, this you have to go for. I think yes, you've been patient and things like that, but after you see what happened this year, if they don't win, you can't just keep. You have to sit there and get another player that's like that, and you're gonna have to move a few of them picks. He said, Kareem, do you think Rob fumbled with the Mark Williams trade? I think what he should have. To me, I look at it like this. It can look like a fumble. Let me tell you how Mark Williams trade can look bad, and it's looking bad right now. See, one, let's say the negative for Mark Williams. The negative is he get hurt a lot, right? That's a negative, right? But he's young, and he had a whole another year left on contract, right? Connect is young. Connect, I think if he went to Charlotte, he'd be putting up good numbers, and I think he'd have shined in Charlotte some. I ain't say he'd been a star, but I believe Connect would have shined some in Charlotte. So you got that, right? Then you say, okay, a first round pick, right? The Lakers don't have no no first really. So they say, okay, if we trade this first, we're gonna be when I don't believe in this team. If we trade this first to Charlotte, we pretty much done. So the Lakers looking at they pretty much gave up 2 first round picks. I already count pick swaps, especially it counts, but it's to me that that's some stuff is like you just have to wait and see what happens. You still keeping the first round pick. You may be a few slots off, or when you're trading with teams like Charlotte, like they always bad. So it kind of benefits you because you know what I'm saying. To me, that's more of protection on a team like the Lakers when you're dealing with a team like Charlotte. But but the thing about it is the Lakers feel like don't connect and first was too much for them. To me, this is gonna be the problem. This is gonna be the problem. You look at right now. Let's say the market right now for centers. Yeah, Brooke Lopez, a free agent. Brooke Lopez is a shell of himself. You have to start staying away from getting the guys that's at the end of their career and pretty much can't do anything. So you gotta start staying away from those type guys. So getting Brooke Lopez, you taking a risk because he already shot and now you're going back to that same rabbit hole, right? Where you need younger players. So then you got Clint Capella, right? And then if you say, okay, how about a guy like Nick Claxton? But the problem now you run into is now you paying who's better between Nick Claxton and Nick Claxton and Mark Williams. Now you find yourself with saying it could be up for grabs. But then you go, okay, now the contract is a real issue. So if you look at it, you may say to yourself, it just better they should just took Mark, just kept it simple, and just took Mark Williams. The Lakers had they out on the offseason making an additional move. That's why they really kept that first round pick. This is why the Lakers kept that first round pick. You know what I'm saying? This is why they kept that first round pick. a trade for Jaren Jackson. Lakers, how I don't know how that happened. What type of package would it be for Jaren Jackson? I think a lot of teams will go for him, but he's the number one going to get vastly overpaid. They got three guys on their team over 100 million with Ja, Baines, and him, and they nowhere near it's good like that. So I think to answer the guy question, I think the Lakers probably should have stuck with the Mark Williams trade because all they're doing now is that same first round pick you use it on the center. You're using it on the center, so it's still and it's not much out there. The best you can get is Nick Claxton. To me, that's the highest you can get. And if Nick Claxton was broken, you're gonna have to pay a first round pick. So now what you doing now? You have to get together two picks, two guys for the 25 million. So let's say you got let's try to stay away from Rudy. So now let's say you go Vanderbilt, and gave Vanderbilt Davis, I think only it's like 21 million. Let's just say for argument's sake, you give Vanderbilt and gave Vincent and the first round pick. You see what I'm saying? So you still end up giving a first round pick. Now you're getting Nick Claxton. Now you got a guy that getting 25 million, opposed to now Mark Williams. Yeah, he's more healthier than Mark Williams. He's more active. Like, but is it because now the contract's definitely gonna factor in. He said my audio is choppy. So now let me get to the Luka thing, right? Real quick. So this is what I was told. I was told this by my source, and they said everybody know. They said Luka always been somewhat sensitive. Like they said he always been sensitive, but he believe in loyalty. He believe in loyalty, and he don't like drama. They said Luka do not like drama. This is exactly what I heard. They said Luka do not like drama, and they said Luka do not like drama, and he's big on loyalty. How he grew up in Sylvania, and how his upbringing. He big on loyalty, but he don't like drama, and he's very sensitive. This is exactly what I heard. So I had got examples. They said that's what the problem with him and Rick Carlisle. They said Rick Carlisle was coaching hard and was saying little stuff in the media, but nothing direct, but where you clearly can see who he was talking to, and it turned Luka off. And that's why because Mark Cuban did not want to get rid of Rick Carlisle, and they didn't. Rick Carlisle pretty much he walked away, and they kept trying to see. Rick Carlisle shot. He walked away because he figured I don't want them to fire me, but he was getting these run-ins, and it was like bad. Like, you know what I mean? Him with the Lucas, it was nothing crazy, but it was more like subliminals, and Luka didn't like it. Like after losses and things like that, and he would say stuff, like little stuff that, and Luka felt that why say something to the media and you could say it to me, which he did say to him, but he feel that way, and it turned him off, right? With Rick Carlisle, you know what I mean? He don't like when all the tension goes on, because so now, see, but Dallas is a much smaller market than the Lakers. Everything get magnified. Now, mind you, the Lakers is a humongous. Now he feel the wrath. he pretty much got blamed for that series. He took most of the blame of that series. Everybody blamed him the most. Then they said JJ. It was Luka, JJ. Then they saying like the bench. It was Luka, JJ. Then they would talk about the bench. Then LeBron didn't really get too much blame, and also Reed didn't really get too much blame. But those were the main thing, Luka and JJ Redick, and they talk about the Laker bench, right? So Luka feel like, damn, I did this, I did that, and I was, sick, whatever the case may be. I'm still getting 30. I'm still doing this and that, and he took the blood of the blame. And they said that right there, the reality check with playing for the Lakers. Like, in Dallas, it wasn't it for Dallas it wasn't that big of a deal like that. It was, but not that big of a deal. And what JJ Redick said, I think this is can be the thing where Luka is really, really weighing his options. I don't think it's a slam dunk. He's 100. I know, matter of fact, he's not 100% all in with the Lakers. That I know. He's not fully all in with the Lakers. But option wise, he probably feel that might just be the best option, and he might go with that. But what JJ Redick said, and see, JJ talked about Doc Rivers taking accountability. What did JJ Redick do? He sat there and said, you have to play championship shape. You have to be a champ. Everybody know clear as day who he's talking about. You never heard nobody. Never heard nobody talked about Rui being in shape, LeBron, Jackson Hayes. It never been an issue with none of these guys. Gabe Vincent. You don't hear nobody say anything about them guys not being in shape. So he said you got in championship shape. Where you say that, and you never been to the championship. JJ Redick never been to the championship to say championship shape. How you know how championship shape look? But it's like the media went at Luka. They was like everybody's like, nah, you this age, 9 straight possessions, nah, that's not acceptable. 9 straight possessions and this and that, this, that, and then they kept saying the media, Nico Harris sleeping like this. Now it memes, he felt embarrassed. And they said, and this is exactly what my source told me. My source clearly said, one thing he don't like the drama and like all the attention, he shies away from that. Like off the court. On the court, he's different person. Off the court, he don't like it. On the court, off the court, he's taking a lot of heat right now. He's taking a lot of heat. And you even had guys like Jeff Teague, who's an NBA player, said, I hate watching Luka play. So now he was considered a god, like, and now people really calling him out, and he got memes all on. I just feel maybe you should have got a little more him and all this stuff there. So now he got put in a real bad light. So he did that, and then on top of that, what JJ Redick did to sit there and say you gotta get a championship. So now it's like he got the heat put on him. You know what I'm saying? He got the heat put on him. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a real bad spot because now he said, if I'm Luka, I ain't signing with no Supermax. You know what I'm saying? Correct. He said Jay ain't got no rings as a player or coach. What the F he knows about championship shape. I agree. It called European built different. Yeah. Yeah. So he said I keep breaking bad. I'm standing still. I'm good now. He said, "Do I think Luka? Yes, Luka definitely gonna get. He got pride. This is a reality call. Luka gonna be in the best shape of his life. But the thing is, I think he, for one, he don't enjoy playing with LeBron. I think that's the issue. He definitely not. He's smart enough not to say it out loud, but I definitely feel he don't want to play with LeBron. Not that LeBron is a bad player or anything. I just think he probably feel the fit, and he can't be Luka while LeBron on that roster. So I think that's an issue. Then he getting a lot of. He got all the blame. He like, how I'm getting all the blame. I'm average this, and I was the best player on the team, and I'm sick. You know, so I don't know. He said he don't think Luka want to play with under JJ. I think that causing a thing in his relationship because the thing what I heard in Dallas that bothered him the most, Rick Carlisle kept going to the media with certain stuff. He said that right there, Luka don't like. When you start throwing shots in the media at a player in frustration, they say he don't do well with that. And when y'all hear that come out, thank me again. Thank me again. When y'all hear that come out and they start saying it, I said it first. But when y'all start hearing that when Rick Carlisle names start getting brought up and different things like that, and y'all see this is what it is. He's a guy, he big on loyalty. They say he's big on loyalty and he don't take criticism well. He's kind of sensitive, but he shies when drama. He don't like drama. So now what do you have? You have three things. You know what I'm saying? What do you have? You have three things. Wow. Sunday, yo, one thing, Sunday been good to me, man. Last Sunday, I had got $24 last Sunday. He said my favorite content. Can he thanks for the IG follow? Of course. I'm gonna follow you back, bro. You know how we do. He said the Sunday's doing good. People send generate. I guess people at the end of the week, people like, yo, man, I'm sending something. People send it on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? He said, not you, Kareem, but y'all make up a lot of false narratives. My prediction, Luka stays. I agree with you. Now, I want to be clear. I'm glad you just said what you just said. I'm glad you said what you said because people coming in, I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I said. Now, I'm a do a recap. Now, the title says JJ Redick is sad. Lakers may. That means not going to, not nothing facts, lose Luka. And I never said, now if you ask me, I think Luka is staying. Now, if y'all ask me, but I got to give y'all the report how it is. But if you ask me, I think Luka is staying. I think he's staying. But he has concerns. It's things that happen and things being said that he don't like. He took the whole blame of the series. That bothered him. Trust me. My people told me, oh, that should bother him. The media bombed on him. They saying now they understand what Nico Harris saying. People need to apologize, Nico. Now Nico Harris coming out looking like a hero, and Luka is getting all the blame. He don't like that. They say he always been like that. They say he don't like the drama. Like, you know what I mean? He like to stay under the radar. This is his personality I'm talking about, what I'm hearing. He like to stay under the radar. He don't like he's sensitive and he built on loyalty. Now, what I mean by loyalty, the thing with the trade bothering the most, what let's say the loyalty part. I'm breaking things down because how it's broke down with me. It's always like things getting content and I like to deliver it to you guys like that. I went back to Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle's the coach. He feel family bond Dallas family. Now, there's nothing wrong with in the locker room Rick Carlisle saying what he's saying. But Rick Carlisle was saying things in the media, like dropping tidbits and it's clear as day who he's talking about. Whatever it was, I can't. It wasn't nothing said directly, but and the relationship sour. Rick Carlisle wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. He didn't want to coach no more. And Dallas, it was an issue that had many meetings with Luka with Rick Carlisle, and they were saying that the issues with the Porzingis with Luka even holding the ball. That's what I'm saying. Just the criticism, period, and some issues he had with Porzingis, and they said that Rick Carlisle sided with Porzingis. They said Rick Carlisle sided with Porzingis. This is exactly what my source told me, and then he said, "Okay, family, now." He's sensitive to drama. The drama ain't as big as Dallas when it comes to the Lakers. Now look what being said. You got let's look on the Dallas end. The Luka, him getting traded, of course it bothered him. But what hurt him most, all the things was said about him. That's what bothers him. What was said about him. Now he got this narrative. They paint this big bullseye. Now everybody's looking for it. Let's say he just got traded and Dallas would have just been like, the reasoning is no comment. I'm not going to why we did it. I just feel it's best for the team. I like Anthony Davis, and it was a good deal to give up. That's all I'm saying. Let's say if he said that, it wouldn't have been a big deal now when people highlight his defense and his shape. Because you look at Luka always been in that type of shape. He always was like pudgy and still. All last year, you ain't hear nobody say nothing about him being in shape last year. Never heard nothing about him being in shape last year. Didn't hear that. And you ain't hear nothing about his defense because he been a weak defender. So it's like, all right, people already got in mind he's not a good defender, and he's a big dude like that. So it was never an issue. So now when he get traded and Nico Harris start nailing on defense and shape, being professional, now start pounding on him. Now it happens in LA first round. Now everybody like, oh, I see what you're saying. Nico Harris put a spotlight on. He put a spotlight on something that nobody was paying attention to. Nobody cared. Luka never was got cut up. He always had that little pudgy build, had that little thing at the bottom, little roll at the bottom, big, strong. He always been like that. Never played no deep. Everything is the same. But now it got highlighted on the biggest franchise in basketball. The Lakers, the most popular, biggest franchise in basketball, and everything get highlighted when you on the Lakers. So now it becoming now everything Luka. So he can't. That's not his thing. His thing is loyalty. So now he could deal with it. The outside. I'm not saying he could deal with it, but the outside noise got heavy. And now the coach came back. This is the exact same thing with Rick Carlisle. When y'all hear it, y'all gonna be like, wow. I'm pretty sure, I know Rob Pelinka. I'm pretty sure they probably told JJ immediately. See, that's the best thing they could do, immediately clean that up. I'm pretty sure Rob a sharp guy. I'm pretty sure he probably said clean that up immediately. I know for a fact Luka didn't like it because he got blamed. The media put the series on him. And Nico Harris put him being lazy, unprofessional, out of shape, no defense on him. Now the coach who play for now sit there and say, oh, you have to be in championship shape. Like everything. He said Luka got exposed on Front Street. Correct. So he's not taking that well. And like I said, remember the guys when I said the loyalty. The loyalty comes from the loyalty comes from your organization. So now you got a guy in his organization not showing that loyalty to him. And JJ Redick. He said, is JJ lying? It's not the point if he's lying or not. It's not the point. Is he lying? Number one, you have to know your personnel. Now, JJ is around Luka. JJ played with Luka in Dallas. My homeboy works for the NBA, and I'm gonna break some news to you guys. I'm gonna break some news. I think I'm gonna do it in another. I'm gonna do it in another. Um, I'll I'll just go over real quick. Nah, I ain't gonna have y'all waiting in suspense. But I'm gonna say some things. But anyway, my homeboy works for the NBA, right? He works for the NBA, and he knits close circles with a lot of guys. A lot of players mess with him when we go. I've been, like I told y'all before, been to parties, um, around. I've been around so many NBA players. It's nothing like around them, and I hear them talk. This is why sometimes I talk strong. The way I talk strong, they different. I come in there iced out, looking good. Y'all know how I do when I go out. You know what I mean? I be with him like when I see the NBA players. Sometimes he know them, so it's like, yo, cool, and we cool. I don't be like, all right, we cool. And I'm just sitting with them. I ain't never been on no groupie thing, so I'm chilling doing my own thing. This and that. People start, yo, bow, they talking. Then sometimes guys start talking sports. Once they do, I never come up to them and mention nothing about like basketball and things like that. Sometimes it don't even be on the, like at clubs. It could be like at like a little event. Like he may say, "Yo, they having this charity thing." I may get invited to a charity thing. All right, I come pull up there, and maybe one or two NBA players may be there. You know what I'm saying? Or so it's been different settings. I met them, and God said this, and they start talking about other players, and some people some players just don't respect. They be like, oh, he's not like that, and this is like I said. So I'm gonna touch on my homeboy for a little second, and then I am gonna go back to the what I'm talking about with the NBA. He said JJ don't need Horry, he need Rondo. Um, so I'm gonna get back to that. Now, my homeboy, you guys been rocking me for a while, and you've been rocking me for a while, and y'all always knew people who've been rocking with me always know, like, damn, I be hitting shit on the nail on my own, and then I have like a source of guy I told you worked at NBA over 25 years. But after the season over, he no longer he leaving it alone. He gonna do his own thing. He didn't tell me what he gonna do, but he leaving it alone. And the reason he leaving it alone, and I'm not gonna go into depth about it, but he don't rock with Adam Silver like that no more. And him and Adam Silver, I told y'all guys way before y'all anybody follow me, I told you he used to be him and Adam's like this. Him and Adam Silver was cool. Before Adam, they both started working under him and Adam started around the same time. They was working under David Stern. Him and Adam Silver was working. There's a lot of other people who worked there too, but they was working under David Stern. You know what I'm saying? And he just don't. For the past couple years, they ain't him and their relationship soured some. So he leaving. This is last year. Um, I think it says contract over at the end of June. So he would not be working in the NBA no more. He said he gonna do his own thing. He didn't tell me what. He said, nah, I got something cooking. I'm good. You know what I mean? He didn't get he's leaving on his own. He don't like it. They've been bumping heads. If y'all been watching me, y'all say I be carefully say certain things, but he don't rock with Adam like that. But anyway, now let's get back to what I was talking about. JJ Redick. So JJ Redick told Doc Rivers take responsibility. Right. This would kill me with JJ Redick. JJ Redick is a role player, right? And this is shocking. JJ Redick been a role player his career. And when you're a role player, you understand guys on the bench. You understand these guys. You more because you was no star. Now, a guy like Michael Jordan and like Larry Bird and them guys, like Charles Barkley, them guys who superstar players, right? Shaq, all they know is them being great. Being a role player, you kind of tend, that's just what made Phil Jackson a good coach. That's what made Phil Jackson a good coach. Phil Jackson was a role player. When Phil Jackson became a head coach, he knew the value of role players because he was one. He always sympathized with the role play. He always showed them love. One thing you heard about Phil, he showed them guys on the bench love, and he never um, sucked off the superstars. He loved role players. Phil Jackson loved role players, and he, if you look at all Phil Jackson, he went to role players. He went to role players to get last shots. He had bench guys who wasn't starters, not start, playing down the stretch. He had confidence in them. Phil Jackson had confidence in role players. He knew the work they put in, and he respected them. He wasn't just star crazy like some guys like Daryl Morey. All they know is big name players. They don't know the little minute part of the game. So the shocking thing with a guy like JJ, for him to do that, JJ was a role player. And for him not to have no faith in nobody, the substitutions he was making and the stuff he was doing, it was shocking. Like, and then, like, I don't know why he didn't play Dalton Connect. He sat there and said, see, this is the way you say he had no faith. Reeves don't play no defense. Dalton Connect don't play no defense. You could have you didn't have to have them on the court together. Reeves wasn't making no impact where you felt he had to be out there. No, if you got Luka out there, this is the problem. Luka goes to that basket. He'd normally have two options. He either have the options to lob, he have a lob threat out there, or he have that three-point shooter out there. You give Dalton Connect some minutes. You take Austin Reeves out for a few minutes, and you see what you got. You don't just play them together. Don't play him, Luka, Dalton. No, you don't do that. Even LeBron, let's say LeBron and Luka could play with like a bunch of other guys. Let's say he had a lineup like this out there, and Luka is dominant offensively, where he could carry the load. He don't need he proved that he don't need the LeBron and like one or the other had to be there, and that's how JJ Redick coached. I had to either have LeBron or Luka. LeBron or Austin Reeves, two out the three guys on the court at all times. This is how he was thinking. You have to have two out the three. But yeah, you may need two out the three if LeBron. But with Luka, you don't need Austin Reeves or LeBron out there. He could have Dalton Connect. It could have been like, let's say Luka, Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, and a Vanderbilt. That lineup would have been good enough to hold the fort down. Gabe Vincent, he compete defensively. He kind of pesky. He defensively. We all know Vanderbilt can defend. And then you got Jackson. So now with that, people first say, oh no, you got Gabe Vincent, you got a lot of threat, and that Vanderbilt is a lot of, but we all know Luka can take on 2 or 3 people. So if Luka got the ball, he's driving, and he got Gabe Vincent on one end, and Dalton Connect on the other end. He got the lob threat, and all you have to do is put what's the name under the basket, Vanderbilt. Put him under the basket. Now, if he's under the basket, regardless, people say, oh, what they want about you, still got to watch a guy under the basket because he could just get an easy dunk. He's not no bum like that. That's all they had to do. You know what I'm saying? These guys, that's all he had to do. But the problem he didn't have no confidence in them. So he felt If Luka out there, it had to be either Austin Reeves or LeBron out there. And then you played them way too many minutes. You got to have faith in your role players. You show them faith, you give them confidence. You got to give them guys confidence. And he's a role player. So I thought he understand these guys in the NBA. You mean tell me Gabe Vincent got championship experience? You can't tell me that Gabe Vincent can't hit an outside shot. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me Gabe Vincent uh, can't hit an outside shot. You know what I'm saying? So he should have played his bench a little more and did some different things. You know what I mean? But he wanted quickly to say, "Oh, championship." No, I think what he did is just probably more detrimental to the Lakers than what Luka did. You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith in your players. The bottom line. The bottom line. You gotta put bad when you coach. When I coach, I had guys who wasn't that good. But I used to just put the battery in their back, and them guys just gonna go out and just do what you just need them to do. Just run and just go crazy. He said point blank minute soda role players is better. Even if they is better, it's still no excuse. I don't know if you use an excuse for JJ Redick. It's still no excuse. Cause and this the I'm on before I go, cause I have to go. But before I go, this is the problem I have with the NBA too. And I'm come back. I'm come back later and do part two. So I have to go. Thank you. His adjustments was terrible. Raz Dog, what up, Raz Dog? Eric Quan, what up, bro? But this is the problem, right? You cannot. It's just certain things you do and you don't do, and this is the problem. I think I don't like the NBA, and I'm just gonna give y'all a tidbit, and I'm gonna come back and talk about that. Now, this is why the NBA sucks, because you got the number one, you got the first and second apron. To me, it's stupid. The Supermax is stupid, and they need to put arbitration in, because what's gonna happen? Like everybody like Nas Reed. Nas Reed is good. He is good. But what's gonna happen? He may get about $25 million contract. Nas Reed, they act like Nas Reed killed the Lakers. Nas Reed out of seven, no, wait a minute, 5 games. He wasn't great every game. He wasn't. He wasn't great every game. He was decent. He had a decent, good season for a role player. Now, if you put him at $25 million, it, it, it changes things. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. I'll be back. Thank you. Role players make way too much money. I agree, Eric. There's no way he come. Najee Shrimps is off the bench, right? You don't really want him starting because he's not as consistent as y'all guys think. Y'all just see him. Y'all don't watch him every day. He come on the Lakers. Y'all gonna be, oh man, he trash. He just that. He's good, but he's not a guy gonna deliver for you on a regular basis like a full fledged starter. But you pay a guy come to the bench $25 million. It's crazy.